All right, it's about that time when we take a look at what's trending online. And of course, Raymond Mude is here with me. Good morning. It's good to see you, Ray.
Good morning. Good to see you too.
So, just before we ran the Women Awards story, we saw President William Ruto, talking about Haiti and that mission to Haiti and how it's a shared responsibility. Of course, he was in BBC. We saw a few days ago he was at VOA, and that's when he explained his expense for that US trip and saying that Kenya Airways is expensive, if I should say that. Now, Kenyans are not having this at all.
Yes.
What are they saying?
Well, Kenyans are also picking issue with the fact that the president, who should be actually he's the first in command and should be the biggest champion for the national carrier, to have said such things and saying that it was more expensive. Of course, there's the fair share of Twitter users who believe that the president was actually right. I've seen a couple of people trying to mull over the mathematics there and trying to say, the Kenya Airways Boeing could not take the president to the Atlanta and just sit idle while there's a shortage of some planes are being grounded on the airport there at JKIA. And so Kenyans were also trying to mull over that as well and trying to make sense of what really the president was saying, even as the 200 million shilling figure still remains top, not only in Kenya actually, regionally and even abroad. People are also talking about it online and trying to see what really, was it necessary for that 200 million to be spent in the way that it was?
Well, I shouldn't speak for them because they know what's happening at State House. But then you do remember, was it last week we saw Iceland's Prime Minister going to Malawi with Kenya Airways?
Aboard the Kenya Airways.
It says a lot. I mean, you'd expect our own president to be proud of what we have. I mean, Kenya Airways is the pride of Africa. Who wouldn't want to go with Kenya Airways? But of course, that talk is continuing. Conversation, guys, the memes online are hilarious.
You've seen that discussion about 1 trillion deals versus a 200 million shilling expenditure?
Yes.
Exactly. That is what people are taking precedence with as well, in terms of, especially those who have some economic knowledge, are talking about, the president just spent 200 million shillings to bring back 1 trillion and a host of other helicopters.
Well, it's easier said than done. I think Kenyans are speaking from the whole point of the finance bill.
Exactly.
More taxes, and here we are seeing waste of our funds, if I may say so. But that conversation, it doesn't make sense to a common mwananchi who's thinking, I cannot afford bread, I am struggling to meet, ends meet, and all that. So I get where they're coming from, but at the end of the day, I don't know what's happening at State House. It's a catch-22 situation.
Absolutely.
And still on President William Ruto, of course, he's intervened in the whole issue of Muguka ban, especially in the coast, Mombasa, and we've seen Kilifi, I think, also as well, the Muguka ban. What are guys saying online?
Well, the discussion here is about the health risks associated with this drug, and particularly the economic implication that this particular ban will have, especially on the counties that it has been banned. And you remember these counties are pivotal in terms of exports, in terms of local consumption, especially local consumption. But then there's a pertinent issue of drugs at the coast.
Yes.
Which is also what experts are trying to rope in and say, the governor actually tried to fix a problem here. And if you're not aware of the shoe, you'll not know how it fits.
Yes, you won't. And I can say that because I'm from the coast. And more often than not, you go to the beach and guys are just, in the zone.
Yesterday there was a trending clip of a member of parliament for Mbere North, Geoffrey Ruku, who was saying that, this is just a crop like Mira. And then Mira and Muguka both have the same chemical formation. So there's no point in banning one and having the other, not banned,
Then should we ban both?
That's
the question.
Exactly. That's a big discussion that is going on. But Mira is a huge, huge contributor to in terms of foreign exchange, because it is one of those crops that is exported to abroad. But again, the health implications, that particular bit is really coming up, Ashley.
Yeah.
In fact, even on the trends, you can be able to identify that tweets here and there about that particular bit, and just generally the drug consumption, drug abuse in the country.
Yeah. Okay, finally, Dave Chappelle is coming to Kenya.
Are you going to attend? It's tomorrow.
I doubt it. I will be at work. How will the viewers be informed if we go to these, shows? But I'm sure guys will have fun.
Yes.
This is good for Kenya.
Absolutely.
It actually shows that maybe these trips are actually making sense.
7,000 bob is a ticket, Ashley.
Well.
And it's actually sold out, for that matter. And that's why that's why this particular event was trending, because the tickets were sold out. But then again, Dave Chappelle is a big deal coming to Kenya, and then of course coming in the backdrop of Butita going to the USA.
Yes.
You know how all that conversation is wrapping around it. That's why I guess the tickets were sold out. But Dave Chappelle is known for having very strict performances in terms of switching off your phone and whatnot. So we wait to see how that show will go down.
Do you think Kenyans will switch off their phones?
I doubt.
I mean, how will they tweet if their phones are off?
I doubt.
But of course, there's so much that we need to talk about, but
Yes.
we can't. Thank you so much, Raymond Muguka. And of course, it's always good to have you.
Pleasure.
Same place tomorrow or next week?
Absolutely. Next tomorrow,
And
someone else
next
will be here.
week.